So yesterday I talked about the fact of inertia, right? I talked about the fact that when you start ahead of someone and there's nothing to stop you from rolling, you simply roll faster, right? You reach if you drop something, you reach terminal velocity, right? You go so fast that you can't go any faster. And when you get 4 loops around the track, 5 loops around the track, and then you get to go, see, I'm starting to change the way that I see white privilege, how I see people getting ahead. It really is inertia. They're moving so fast that they really don't have to do anything. They just do it because that's the way it's been for, 100 years. And what's happening is, like I said yesterday, all I have to do is hold you back enough and keep my momentum going forward enough where I don't have that problem. I'm moving by myself, so I really don't have to bother. I'm just accumulating, but I held you back long enough so that even if I stop, it'll take a full, probably a good 5 centuries before we catch up. But when you see your future and when you see what other people have, you can't let that slow you down. You can't let that think you can't win. And a lot of people get upset when I say win. A lot of people get upset when I say, about making money and being able to take care of one's family and give and contribute, donate. They seem to think that happiness is more important than the dollar. Then why do you get paid so much money? It's always the people that are getting paid like, $150,000, $200,000, $250,000 a year that say you shouldn't worry about money. That's because they've had it. And honestly, this is just me, but if you're white, it's easy to say that. When you've had generations head start. Every single time black people got held back, it was because of money. All the places that got burned down, all the rioting, money. If you look like you're going to win, if it looks like you're going to become wealthy, y'all can get like 4, 5 of y'all, right? Maybe 6. But after that, that's all you get. And everything else is shut down. But today I want to talk about how you see yourself. I've been called an Oreo. I've been called arrogant. I've been called conceited. When really I'm just confident. Something I learned a long time ago that, I had a play uncle who's in his 70s now, maybe even 80s. Something that never left me. He said, don't discredit what you can do by what you don't have. How you look at yourself and how you develop isn't based on where you are today. It's where you're going. I'm victim of the flip side of that. You see where I am and you trash me because you think I've been this way all my life. But many of you have no idea, absolutely no idea what trauma is, what heartache is, what heartbreak is in my life. Not yours, not in the world, but in my life, because you don't know. There's some things I'm not transparent about. If you grew up the way I grew up, some things you wouldn't share with anybody. They'd be like, wait, what, really? Yep, really. And maybe one day I'll get brave enough to say something. But what I'm trying to say is that if I had discredited what I could become in life and what I could achieve because I didn't have it, I would still be stuck on the south side of Chicago in poverty, living off food stamps, God forbid, probably dead. Because you don't have a car doesn't mean you can't have one in the future. Because you don't own a house doesn't mean you can't own a house in the future. If you don't have a job that pays you $250,000 a year, doesn't mean you can't have one. Family, kids, name it. But don't trash other people that have something that you want, but then you got to trash it because you don't think you can get it. And that's what we do to each other. We trash. I can't believe he think he ought to. Look at that suit. Look at that. Look at that. Think he all that because he got that hoodie on with the little cane thing on it. What is that? But then if you had one, guess what? You'd be talking to them too. Yep, I got one of those too. Yep, I drive one of those too. Yeah, I live in that neighborhood too. Really? Stop discrediting what you can do by what you don't have. Overcome the fear and do it.